Hi everyone, welcome to the video. Before I start the readings, I want to let you know that I do have some new online courses available on how to read oracle cards and crystals of spirituality, so click on the link below to check them out. Hi Pisces, it's Sloan Rhodes here with your love and romance reading for the months of May, June, and July 2018. Pisces, I'm going to be doing the same format that I did in 2017. Since this is my first love reading of 2018, I wanted to remind you that I do a 3-month reading and then I'll do a shorter love reading in the months of June and July, and then another 3-month reading for August, September, and October, and so on. So just to remind you of the format. All right, so this is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm going to be pulling one card from the Chakra Reading cards as the overarching theme, and then 3 cards from the Witch's Tarot, and 1 card, and then in the area of physical and sexual intimacy, 3 cards from the Sensual Wicca Tarot, and 1 card from the Numerology deck. So let's just go ahead and get started, Pisces. I'm a little punchy because this is my last reading of the day. So bear with me, beautiful water sign Pisces. Okay, here we go. Beautiful angels and masters, lovely energy. God, what a beautiful card. And then we have the I Am Presence under the deck. Okay, let's get some additional cards. This is for love and romance, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Well, you are very supported, looks like, Pisces, during this time period with that Angels and Masters card right there. I mean, you're a very spiritual sign in general, so it doesn't surprise me that you would have such easy connection to the Ascended Masters and the Archangels. But during this particular time frame, they are very curious and available for you. So you can always call upon them to ask for additional help during this time frame. Okay, here we go. So we have the High Priestess in reverse. We have the Star right in the center, beautiful energy. We have the Knight of Wands, lovely. And we have the 6 of Cups in the reverse under the deck. Okay, well, first of all, I want to talk about the 6 of Cups in reverse. So the 6 of Cups in reverse, Pisces, beware, cautionary note here before we begin, of any tendency during this particular time frame, May, June, and July, to spend a lot of time thinking about the past, you know, living in the past. It's okay to be nostalgic, but what becomes problematic with that is that there becomes a tendency for it to head into territory that can bring pain and suffering, in that things can never be the same. I can't repeat or replicate what I had in the past. It can turn dark very quickly. So with the 6 of Cups in the reverse here, again, it's kind of a little bit of a cautionary note here, Pisces. Make sure that you're not spending a lot of sort of melancholy time in the past. You know, you're being asked to be present here and now in this moment. Okay. All right. So let me show you the cards as I see them. So we have this Ascended Masters card as the overarching theme for you, Pisces. And then we have the High Priestess in reverse. We have the Star right in the center. Beautiful Aquarian energy there. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Could be a fire sign. Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, or someone who embodies those characteristics. Could be you, of being very passionate, very inspired, on a mission to create more fun, excitement, and vitality. Lovely energy. Okay, so but let's talk again about a little bit of a cautionary note here with the High Priestess in reverse. You do have 2 major arcana cards. We have the High Priestess in reverse, and we have the Star card. But the High Priestess in reverse can be someone who can be a bit of a thorn in your side during this time period, Pisces, because they may be offering up, unsolicited often, advice that is ill-advised. It's advice and guidance that they feel you should take, but isn't grounded in necessarily your experience, but in the experience that they have had. So they tend to, there's kind of this blanket idea of like, well, I had this experience, therefore what is right and true for me is, of course, right and true for everyone. It's not. So be aware of any kind of gossip or people in your life during this time frame who, you know, may have your ear but may not have the best guidance to give you. Again, it could be kind of gossipy, or they're kind of inserting themselves into a partnership that you have, and it would be a block to a greater connection with your partner. Someone who doesn't have all the information but thinks that they do. Someone who wants to gossip and spread information when they don't know the whole truth. This kind of thing. And I will say, just to bring it back to you, that it could be you as well during this time frame doing that, or not trusting your own guidance system and tending to get caught up in misunderstandings and past experience that you've had and applying whatever happened in the past, because we have the Six of Cups here in the reverse, to the present situation. Nothing can get muddier than trying to cookie cutter things onto other things. You know, it's like everything is its own unique experience, its own unique person. Certainly patterns arise, but in this case, you're not seeing the pattern. You're thinking that a pattern may be coming in, or maybe the same pattern, and it's not. So just be aware of this. I hope that I articulated that correctly or clearly, let's say. Okay, so we have the star right in the center. Beautiful, beautiful energy. There is a lot of hope and optimism here. This person or energy may kind of try to, it could be jealousy as well. Someone who's, you know, kind of jealous of what you have in love, or what you have to give in love, and tries to kind of derail you here. But, you know, the star card is like, bye, see ya. This energy, Pisces, is so lovely for you. I love that. It's sometimes there can be a bit of a delay with the star card, but everything works out really, really nicely. So you have no reason to worry, let's say, with the star card there. It's beautiful energy, especially with the Knight of Wands next to it. Like these two are like, boom. Not only do I have the beautiful Aquarian energy of hope and optimism and possibility, but then I have a knight attached to it. You know, this is like you speaking, Pisces. And so it's like all this fire and passion and inspiration connected to that larger major arcana energy of that hope and optimism. So it's lovely, lovely energy for you. I don't think that there's anything necessarily to worry about. I think that High Priestess, you can identify that individual in your life, or that energy, or even when you tend to fall into that pattern. And if you can, the faster that you identify it, Pisces, the more easily you will be able to go into the beautiful star energy and the Knight of Wands energy. Okay, wow. Okay, end of reading. It was pretty clear. Let me see what else I want to say. So the I am presence energy, for some reason I'm really connecting it to the Six of Cups energy. Remember to ground yourself in the present moment. You know, again, this Six of Cups energy, it's like you can become a little model in this. Like you know, oh, back in the day, things used to be whatever, you know, this kind of energy. That is not serving you well in the present moment. This is why I say it can be so difficult. You know, we want to go into like our memories, but they often can take that turn into, I don't have it now. How can I get it? I'm less than because I don't have it now. What's wrong with me? This kind of thing. Or you're pining for the past and you don't see all the potential that's in the present, you know, and in the near future. I mean, she's like holding this cup towards this knight. This is beautiful energy for you, Pisces. There's a lot of beautiful energy here for you. I'm gonna get some additional cards on these two, the Star and the Knight of Wands together. And it could be a fire sign, or just Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius with that Knight of Wands, or just someone who's embodying those characteristics of being, you know, very friendly, very passionate, very inspired, and able to create fun and excitement wherever they go. Drive, passion, this kind of thing. So I'm going to include these two together. Again, with that star, there may be a little bit of a delay, so it may not happen until towards the end of this time frame, but it's coming for you here, Pisces. And you can even see, like, she's turning away from the High Priestess energy. Like, don't let this person or this energy mess up what is available. It may even be that you get or receive words of confirmation and affirmation from someone with that Knight of Wands energy, that they say, yes, indeed, they feel the same, or this kind of thing. Excuse me, I need to get some water. I've been talking a lot today. Okay, so the Star and the Knight of Wands together. What is this about for Pisces? Okay, here we go. So it's about the Lovers in reverse and how it affects you as a Knight of Pentacles. So that's pretty much what it, and then we have the Six of Cups in reverse again under the deck. Be aware of that tendency to get lost, as I mentioned, okay, in the past. Okay, so again, this speaks to sometimes a delay, but there's a tremendous amount of hope and optimism here, Pisces, so don't give up. We have the Knight of Wands here. All that fire and passion, it's available there. It's coming in. Again, there may be a delay. It's about the Lovers in reverse. It doesn't mean that there was a breakup, but it could be that there's some distance here between the two of you. And it creates this period of time where you have to hold your own. You know, we have the I am presence. You have to hold your own sense of self. Beautifully, abundantly independent, right? So you, again, you know, as I mentioned, the Star does indicate a bit of a delay. So you may have a separation during this time period, or that, you know, there's just a period of time where you have to, could have been a breakup for some of you, but there's still a lot of hope and optimism around it. Maybe not necessarily the breakup itself, but about what's to come for you. And, you know, the likely outcome, again, is going to be some time, you know, where you have to feel that presence with self. Be beautifully independent, not reliant on someone else to provide you with your sense of self. Don't get lost in the past wishing things could be different. Things are as they are, you know. Okay, you get the message. I don't want to repeat it over and over. All right, so let me... Again, the Lovers in reverse, for some of you it may actually indicate, like, you know, a real separation, but for some of you it may just be a temporary kind of separation. An agreement to separate for a little bit, for whatever reason. Maybe you're on a trip or something. We're talking about a relatively short period of time. But the Nine of Pentacles is actually such beautiful energy in a love reading, because it shows that you're not getting codependent. You know, you're not reliant on someone else to give you your sense of self. You're holding that strength of self for yourself on your own, knowing how wonderfully you can love yourself and spend time with yourself, enjoying your own company. I mean, you're never alone. You're supported always by your guides and angels. Okay, so in terms of physical and sexual intimacy, what is Pisces looking at? We look forward to for Pisces. I'm losing the sun. Temporarily. Okay, so we have the Lust card in reverse. We have the Maiden of Cups in the upright, and we have the Maiden of Pentacles in the reverse. So 2 pages. We also have the World in the reverse. This came up for someone else. I can't remember who. Okay. We have the Lust card, we have the Maiden of Cups, and we have the Maiden of Pentacles. Well, I will say with the Lust card in reverse, there is, in terms of your physical connection to another, there can be kind of a wild desire that is a bit out of control. You know, you feel like you can't you just feel out of balance in that way, you know. Sometimes we can, take that sexual longing and, you know, eat too much and overindulge in other ways. Just be aware of that. And it can also speak to overindulging in sex and that kind of thing as well. But we have the Maiden of Cups right in the center, so it does look like there's a sweet opportunity here of affection. It's really, really nice. Even with all this kind of wild, out of control kind of energy and feeling out of sorts, even there's a spectrum there. There is sincerity there. There is affection there. But there may not be enough time here with the Maiden of Pentacles that you're able to invest in it. You may even decide to stop investing in it. Again, we have this idea of a split. You know, it doesn't have to be a breakup, but this idea of time apart. You know, the stars, as I mentioned, the star card being that idea of the hope. You know, is returns not yet come in. You know, but certainly a lot of drive and potential and passion there. And again, the Lust card in reverse. So you're kind of feeling out of sorts, mind, body, spirit. There's tremendous affection and an opportunity here. For either words, you know, words of love or gestures of love, affection, that kind of thing. And then we also have the Maiden of Pentacles, which is, you know, you can't really invest a lot in the physical during this particular time frame for whatever reason. And that's okay. You know, we have to live our lives too. And also the world. Not being able to, nothing's really coming to a conclusion during this time period in some ways, especially in the bedroom. There may be delays, this kind of thing. So, okay, let me get one more card for you, Pisces, and then I'm going to close out your reading. 2 pages, though, always, even when it's in the reverse, it's always about new energy and opportunities. So there are opportunities here in the bedroom. Just be aware that if you engage in physical and sexual intimacy, that be aware of your own needs, wants, and desires, because it's a little out of balance, or maybe even a lot out of balance with that Lust card in reverse. And you know, you want to be you want it to be in the upright, so that you're not overindulging or denying your carnal side even, which may be occurring too. You may have to deny your carnal side. Because it has not yet come to fruition in terms of the love partnership, because there's this delay or this separation or whatever here. Okay, for Pisces, we have effort. We have the environment as well. So the environment that you live in, that you are in, again, we have, you know, beautifully blooming autonomy here. Here, in terms of your carnal side, we have an imbalance, we have out of sorts, we have either a denial or an overindulgence there. Be aware of the environment of self, right? And make the effort. You know, we have 2 pages, we have an opportunity here, we have potential, we have hope and optimism, but you also have to create opportunities for love and physical connection within your life. It's not enough just to hope. It's important to make the effort. It doesn't mean that you need to go out and try to get laid necessarily like that, but make the effort to create an environment that is inviting for love partnerships that are passionate, that are balanced in terms of, you know, mind, body, spirit connection. Keep your own physical environment of self healthy, you know, eat right, take good care of yourself, get plenty of rest, you know, all of that. The environment of you is important here, so you can lay the seeds that will bloom later. You know, we have, you know, this is 4-4-4, because this is 1 + 3 = 4 and 4-4. So, you know, again, stability, things like this. You're creating something that you want in the future, kind of. It's like this kind of not quite yet kind of energy. Again, this idea of wanting to look to the past, things not quite coming to a conclusion, hope and optimism. So there may be, you know, you may want to, you know, sometimes you might get into that mindset of, you know, I can't have it yet, and the ego kind of gets a hold of that. But I really feel like most of your attention is going to be on where you're going and what's possible in love and loving yourself in a way that's really nurturing. and empowering for you. Okay, I hope you find that helpful, Pisces. I wish you much love, as always, and I will see you either on your own private tarot reading or Reiki appointment, or maybe I'll see you over on the podcast where all the readings are available on the podcast, or the weekly spiritual guidance videos, or the life purpose and career readings, or maybe over on the online courses. So I wish you much love, and I will talk to you soon, Pisces.